Arvind Kejriwal, who was hardly seen speaking or in action after the Lok Sabha results, is now back in the limelight. The Aam Aadmi Party founder has been sent to judicial custody for 2 days in connection with the defamation complaint filed against him by BJP leader Nitin Gadkari. This after Kejriwal refused to pay a bail bond of 10,000 rupees in the case. What's interesting as well as questionable is the fact that Arvind Kejriwal had initially agreed to pay the bond and then retracted. Kejriwal will be taken to Tihar jail and will now be produced before the court on the 23rd of May.
आज 4 बजे जज साहब ने ऑर्डर किया कि केजरीवाल जी किसी भी साधारण व्यक्ति की तरीके से, जिस प्रकार से साधारण व्यक्ति क्रिमिनल प्रोसीजर कोड के तहत बेल बॉन्ड देता है, बेल बॉन्ड देंगे, पर्सनल बॉन्ड देंगे 10,000 की ट्यून का। लेकिन केजरीवाल जी ने पहले हाँ करते हुए फिर इनकार कर दिया और उनकी इनकारी पर जो होता है कानूनी प्रक्रिया में उनको अरेस्ट कर दिया गया कोर्ट ही में और यहीं से उनको जुडिशियल कस्टडी में ले जाया जाएगा। अगली तारीख 23 की नियुक्त हुई है। 23 को मैटर फिर मेट्रोपॉलिटन मजिस्ट्रेट के सामने सुनवाई आगे होगी। उसमें
ये बात सब सोच साच के कंसिडर करके चारों केसेस में ये बोला था कि इनकी अंडरटेकिंग काफी है, इसमें बेल उनको लेने की कोई जरूरत नहीं होनी चाहिए।
पिछले चार केसेस में भी अरविंद केजरीवाल ने यही स्टैंड लिया था। पिछले 4 केसेस में भी अरविंद केजरीवाल का स्टैंड यही रहा था, लेकिन बार बार माननीय अदालत ने यही माना कि ठीक है, आपको पर्सनल बॉन्ड देने की जरूरत नहीं है, किसी तरह की जमानत लेने की जरूरत नहीं है।
और ये केस क्या था, ये समझने की कोशिश करिए।
हमने जमानत नहीं ली, इसका क्या ये जमानत न लेना क्या गुनाह है, अपराध है? भाई कानून साफ कहता है कि आप बेल बॉन्ड फर्निश करिए। अगर नहीं बेल बॉन्ड फर्निश करना चाहते तो आप जेल जाने के लिए तैयार हैं। हम जेल जाना चाहते हैं। आगे हमारी लीगल टीम देखेगी पूरे मामले को।
Nitin Gadkari, which was totally false, and therefore it was required that he should face the defamation charges. And a summons was issued to him, and then they asked him to take bail and provide some surety. He said, no, I won't. So therefore the law cannot be one special law for Kejriwal.
Why do you think he's doing?
But here's what ensued in court this afternoon. Kejriwal told the court that he would not furnish a bail bond in the case as it is of a political nature. Instead, he said he would give an undertaking to appear before the court at every hearing. Kejriwal told the Metropolitan Magistrate that he is fighting against corruption and will not seek bail as he has done nothing wrong. The Anti-Graft Crusaders Council told the court that in an earlier defamation case against him, Kejriwal was granted bail on the undertaking that he would appear before the court at every hearing. But the court in turn castigated Kejriwal. The court said that Kejriwal is representing the Aam Aadmi Party and requested him to behave as an Aam Aadmi. The court also went on to say, and I quote, procedure cannot be thrown into the wind by whims and fancies of litigants. The court can't act like a kite spectator when the law is intentionally violated. The case cannot be dealt with any differently than other criminal cases. The accused can't seek preferential treatment. That is what the court has categorically told Arvind Kejriwal. On your screen, pictures of Arvind Kejriwal being taken to Tihar jail. He's landed there. He's going to be put in jail number 4 for the next 2 days. Arvind Kejriwal in the defamation case against Nitin Gadkari, which was filed by Nitin Gadkari, has been taken into custody. Many questions being raised about why he courted arrest. Is there a political plan behind this move by Arvind Kejriwal? Rashmikant of the Congress party is also joining us here in the studio. Mr. Rashmikant, as far as the Congress party is concerned, at some level you would be worried because, you know, Arvind Kejriwal has a certain constituency in Delhi, which might see this as him being again, you know, taken up in terms of by his political opponents. Because as far as the Aam Aadmi Party is concerned, they're saying they're somewhat hinting at a conspiracy in all of this.
How is the Congress involved in it? I just don't understand.
I didn't say you were involved. I said you would be worried.
Why would we be worried at all?
After all, you're looking at Delhi elections. Arvind Kejriwal is a considerable force, or have you forgotten what happened in the last Delhi Assembly election?
No, I think things have changed dramatically since December, and I think people have realized their folly in voting for a party which is not stable in its work, in its actions, in its deeds. And people know that Congress is absolutely no more for any kind of support in any way for Aam Aadmi. So we are not worried at all. And I think people of Delhi were mature enough and wise enough to understand the Congress stand of absolutely no support to a party which is not stable.
Okay, we have Jaskirat, Ankit rather, I beg your pardon, on the phone line with us. Ankit, how is the Aam Aadmi Party suggesting or hinting at a conspiracy in all of this? Because we heard a comment being made by one of the AAP leaders saying that achhe din aa gaye hain, that's why the court has also kind of turned up on them.
Well, the party seems to suggest that it is a BJP leader that they have taken on. Previously, there were defamation cases filed against them by Sheila Dikshit and Kapil Sibal of the Congress party. In both of these cases, Arvind Kejriwal was let off or was let to go only by furnishing one affidavit that he will appear in the court. The same was to happen today. Arvind Kejriwal then in the court said that he is ready to appear in all the hearings. But the judge today, in fact, insisted that either he furnishes a bail bond or he will be arrested, for which the Aam Aadmi Party convener chose the latter. So on that, it seems that the party is now trying to make out a hue and cry. They are saying that it is a BJP leader against whom who has filed this defamation case, and it just seems that they are trying to say that because of that, Arvind Kejriwal has been forced to choose between a bail bond and a jail term. Very interestingly, Maruk, remember, even though the Aam Aadmi Party has not won any seat in the Delhi Lok Sabha, 7th Lok Sabha seat, but they have been number 2 in all of these seats. So if the assembly elections are to take place right now with absolutely the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party not coming together to form a government, it will be a direct fight between the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP. So the party already trying to stoke up that campaign. Yesterday, Arvind Kejriwal had asked his MLAs to go ahead and build up a campaign, start telling people about why they had to leave the government, and if given a chance with majority, they would prove otherwise. So that's what this entire battle now would be. The party would want to build up a campaign as Arvind Kejriwal being the center of it, being a martyr against calling what they say against just raising corruption for a BJP leader. So of course the politicking for the Aam Aadmi Party has already begun.
Ankit, stay on the phone line with us. Rashmikant of the Congress party is also here. Rashmikant, you wanted to say something. Just want to add to a question which you can perhaps add in your answer, that as far as the Congress party is concerned, even in Delhi, you've been routed in the Lok Sabha, but even in Delhi, it's the Aam Aadmi Party that after the BJP is trying to get all the limelight. The Congress is pretty much silent.
Yeah, no, the Congress line is very clear that the Aam Aadmi Party has been trying to send conflicting signals to the media, and even met the LG yesterday where they gave a letter asking for 2 weeks to decide. To decide on what? The fact is that the Congress is not supporting you. The BJP on the face of it doesn't look like they are supporting Aam Aadmi Party, or they shall take the support of Aam Aadmi Party unless they want to break Aam Aadmi Party's MLAs, 1/3 of them or half of them, and take them into BJP and form a government without elections. As far as Congress is concerned, we are clear. Line is that we are ready for elections. As far as BJP, as far as your question about Aam Aadmi coming second, it doesn't worry us at all, for the simple reason that we know that we lost the assembly elections, we lost the Lok Sabha elections. People have realized that Congress gave them a stable government for 15 years,
sir,
and they're looking back they're looking back to the Congress.
The Congress has to do a lot of introspection, not a single resignation. We won't even get into that right now. But Jaskirat is also on the phone line with us. Jaskirat, for viewers who are joining us, I want you to tell us in detail what happened inside the courtroom today. How did Arvind Kejriwal first accept that he will pay the bond and then later refused, and the scathing comments by the court?
Well, the question of Arvind Kejriwal accepting the bond actually didn't arise as far as the stand is concerned about it as being a political case. Even in the morning, Arvind Kejriwal acknowledged that this is a political case, and on a principle basis, they will not be filing a bail bond, and they can only do so if it's a criminal case. They maintained the stand when the court reconvened at 4 p.m. At 4 p.m., when the judge, the Metropolitan Magistrate, Manocha, asked Kejriwal again, do you wish to pay 10,000 as a bail bond? Because the forms were all ready, all that was required was a signature. He consulted with Rahul Mehra, the advocate. He consulted with Prashant Bhushan, his advocate. Then with a simple gesture, with a nod of the head, he refused to file the bail bond, on which the judge, taking a cue from that, asked the police authority inside the court to take Kejriwal into custody. Now for 2 days he will be in judicial custody until day after tomorrow, when he will be brought back to the Patiala House Court to see what the future course of action should be. Now normally what in this case would have been the case is that a bail bond would have been filed and Kejriwal would have been let off. That is what the normal procedure would have been. Now, in the judgment, it's in the order which was passed itself, very scathing remarks were made against Kejriwal, where it was said that on the whims and fancies of a particular person, the procedures cannot be thrown to wit, quote unquote, clearly indicating that the judge felt that Kejriwal was asking for some sort of an exceptional treatment over here. Even in the morning, very verbally in the courtroom, the judge asked Arvind Kejriwal, you represent Aam Aadmi Party, that also means that you should be behaving like an Aam Aadmi. So all in all encompassing, if you take all that into consideration, it comes across and does not present a very pretty picture of Arvind Kejriwal.
Okay, Jaskirat, also I want to ask you that now that he's going to be in court for in jail, I beg your pardon, for 2 days, what happens next when the hearing comes up for or the case comes up for hearing on the 23rd? What is likely to happen? Is this drama by Kejriwal likely to continue if he doesn't pay the bond once he comes back on the 23rd?
Well, critics would say that this is grandstanding and a publicity stunt on Kejriwal's part. However, legally speaking, day after tomorrow when he comes back, it all depends on how exactly his legal team maneuvers him out of it. If they actually do post a bail bond, then he's free to go. There's nothing that stops him. He's only an accused in this case. He's not convicted of any charge yet. It is only as a matter of procedure that he was asked to file a bail bond, which any normal under trial would have done, but he refused to do so in a principal ground. So day after tomorrow, let's say if Aam Aadmi Party or Arvind Kejriwal take a U-turn and do post a bail bond, he will be free to go. If they refuse to do so, it is more than likely that the judge may choose to extend the judicial custody.
Okay, Jaskira, thanks so much for that, giving us more details. Ankit, are you on the phone line still with us?
Yes, I'm here, Maru.
Ankit, what is the Aam Aadmi Party saying? We've heard some of the comments by Ashutosh and as you were speaking to the other AAP leaders also. But when asked this question directly by you on what is this grandstanding about, what does the Aam Aadmi Party have to say in its defense?
Well, as far as the party is concerned, they are saying it's not a grandstanding, it's their choice. They do not want to furnish the bail bond because they think that it's against their principle. They have been saying it's a political case and they have been made to choose just because now they believe that in a certain way it's a case against the BJP leader and that is why they are made to suffer this way. Apart from taking all that...
okay, Ankit, just hold on. We have Preeti Sharma Menon of the Aam Aadmi Party on the phone line with us. Ms. Menon, is this not a publicity stunt? I mean, is that what the Aam Aadmi Party has come to out of desperation? First saying they'll have sorry sabhas and then going for this jail trick?
I think I feel sorry for Indian media that you make such statements. Aam Aadmi Party has always said that there are cases...
Please don't feel sorry for us. Please don't feel sorry for the media.
No, I have to feel sorry for you because you do not stand on the side of Andolankaris and activists across the world.
Andolankaris you're talking about, Preeti Sharma Menon. This is somebody who's defying the rule of law.
No, we are not.
In fact, the court also told Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, you stand up for the Aam Aadmi Party and you want caste treatment. Why should he be treated any different?
No provision which forces somebody to take defamation to such an extent. I think this is an extreme punishment being given by a very autocratic government.
This is not extreme punishment. First of all, this is not the government. It is the courts that we are talking about, Preeti Sharma Menon. Secondly, the court kept asking him, will you furnish a bail of 10,000 rupees? We are talking about 10,000 rupees, Preeti Sharma Menon. So who are you calling dictatorial? Do you want to stand in contempt of court? Your leader is given a choice. This is the rule of law which is the same for everybody. Why should it be different for Arvind Kejriwal?
These very same courts did not ask for a bail bond till some time ago. Just the moment the Sarkar...
That is a very serious allegation that you're making. Are you trying to suggest that the courts are working under somebody or at the behest of somebody?
I am stating a fact that so far there was never...
What is the fact here, Preeti Sharma Menon?
It has been requested today. Secondly, whenever a false accusation is made against a citizen, the citizen does not have to accept that false accusation. We will contest it. By asking for bail, we are accepting the allegation, which we will never do. We have never done. In the last 3 years' history of our
So why didn't you do it all along? Were you busy with the elections? Why didn't you do it all along? This matter has come forth in the past also. There was an understanding and the court allowed it for so long. Today, all it asked of Mr. Arvind Kejriwal was that you pay the bail amount, which amounts to 10,000 rupees. Why is it suddenly a political conspiracy? Because the Aam Aadmi Party's, entire manipulation of trying to get back into government in Delhi didn't work. Is that the reason why?
These are such absurd allegations that I don't even know what to tell a senior journalist like you for making them. I mean, I don't even know what to tell you really.
Preeti Sharma Menon, you are making allegations against the courts of this country.
You have to look at this case in isolation.
Why should we look at this case in isolation?
Because it is a case of an activist who has proved corruption against a corrupt politician, and therefore he is being victimized.
The Aam Aadmi Party and you have been making several allegations without any proof for leaders across the political spectrum.
Can I intervene?
This is absurd. This is really beyond. I mean, this is a theatre of the absurd being carried out by Indian media.
We're also seeing the theatre of the absurd. Rashmikant wants to say something to you on the Congress Party.
You took the words out of my mouth. This is a theatre of the absurd. For the last year and a half, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party leaders have been making unsubstantiated claims, allegations of corruption, of wrongdoing against politicians of all hues and cries, and presenting to the country as if they are God's gift to humanity, that they're the only people who are non-corrupt are the people like them. And that is why their ideology is very similar to BJP, where Giriraj Singh says anybody who doesn't vote for BJP does not deserve a place in India. So Aam Aadmi Party says anybody who doesn't agree with me is corrupt. So why should, and he had to file, they
let her
were defamation cases.
Let her respond, Rashmika.
There were defamation cases. There are several defamation cases that are filed against him, and Aam Aadmi Party must realize that if they are a political party and if they wish to remain a political party, they cannot be allowed to go on filing unsubstantiated allegations against every political party.
I will definitely rely on the allegation that you have made. In this country, politicians are corrupt, and that is not news to anybody. If, like ostriches, they are going to bury your head into the sand and deny that politicians are corrupt.
Preeti Sharma Menon, I'm running out of time.
One second, if all politicians are corrupt, why did you take the support of the Congress?
I'm running out of time. Preeti Sharma Menon will continue to respond to that, but I'm running out of time. To Rashmikant of the Congress Party and Preeti Sharma Menon of the Aam Aadmi Party. Thanks so much for joining me here on the show.